Okay, so I'm back. Yes, I've taken a shower. Look, I've shaved my head, and I'm going to give you some information on today and the Davos speech that he gave, which is fucking bizarre as shit. And if you're not familiar with not bizarre, but world, Jesus Christ, with Davos, it's the World Economic Forum that they have every year in Switzerland. And let me tell you, holy fucking shit, I'm glad I didn't have to watch that bullshit, because it was weird. I saw a little bit of it, creeped me the fuck out, and I turned it off, and I just read the cliff notes. So do me a favor. I know I don't do this, but I'm gonna start doing this. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button. Follow me if you can. Share, and don't forget my YouTube page is up now. So all these videos that you see here will be going up to YouTube. Just in case. Well, I'm not gonna tell you anything about TikTok yet. So hold on. So let's go to the Davos speech. This motherfucker just went ape shit. He went stupid as shit, and he spoke for 80 minutes. 80 minutes. I didn't even know the motherfucker could stay awake that long. So Trump repeatedly used the term daddy. He said he described himself claiming that NATO leaders previously loved him. He said NATO I can't even fucking say it right. NATO leaders love me, and they called me daddy until I started doing a push for Greenland, and now they don't do that anymore. What the fuck? His kids don't call him daddy. Jesus Christ. If there was a doll that the sole purpose, if you pull the string in the back, was to say daddy, if he held it and he pulled the string in the back, the fucking doll would break. He mistakenly referred to Greenland as Iceland 4 times during his speech. In his first 5 minutes, he lied 25 times. I know, incredible that it wasn't more. So I don't know how many times he lied in the whole 80 minutes, but I know how much he lied in the first 5 minutes. Holy fuck. At one point, blaming Iceland for the dip in the U.S. stock market. I don't know how that happens. And plus, Greenland and Iceland are 2 different things. And the reason it is historically in the year 984, and you know my favorite videos have history in them, and the first 3 other than TikTok will have some kind of history in it. In the year 984, Eric the Red, I believe it was, let me make sure, was exiled from Iceland, and he went over to this big piece of ice, and he called it Greenland. And that was a marketing deal, believe it or not. In the year 984, they were doing marketing. So he called it Greenland so people could go there. And then Iceland was named for a drift of ice from Eric the Red, the explorer, who was tamed at Greenland. So if you go to Iceland, there's not a lot of snow, and there's sun, and there's fucking grass and shit. But then if you go to Greenland, it's winter all the fucking time. He boasted about the capture of Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. The president claimed that Greenland, which he called a big, beautiful piece of ice, actually belongs to the U.S. because we already had it as a trustee after World War II, and we're stupid to give it back to Denmark. Let me just say this. In World War II, Denmark still had Greenland. It was never part of the United States. The United States never owned any part of Denmark, never owned any part of Greenland. Denmark always maintained possession of Greenland. It's always been part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and it still is. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm going to try and keep these videos to under 4 minutes because it's a lot of information, but if it goes over, shit happens. There's a lot. He described European cities as not recognizable anymore, claiming that they had been destroyed by immigration and energy policies. He said that they look like shit without using the word shit. He used an international stage to vent about Jack Smith and called him a sick son of a bitch right there in front of everybody. And you're talking about every NATO leader there. He used this to bitch about it completely. And then he made fun of a lot of people in NATO, including Mark Carney, Emmanuel Macron, and some others. But that's in the next video. This was just for his bizarre shit. I don't know how many times he said daddy in there. I'm gonna have to go look. I don't really want to know. And I can try and find out how many times he lied, but it's still gonna be pieces of shit. So it doesn't matter. So that's what happened in his bizarre shit. The next thing I'll talk about in the next video will be actually Denmark's sovereignty and how the war ain't happening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the next video.